Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we have the new Asgardian pet event that just started today, and I'll be very honest, straight to the point, skip this event, okay? The rewards are just not worth it. It's not what I expected. We're not getting the new gear sets. We're actually getting old gear sets, and honestly, they're not even mythical pieces. So it's just not worth engaging with this event. Plus, they've confirmed the upcoming events for the 4 champions. You definitely want to start saving your resources. So basically, in order to get points in the Asgardian pet event, guys, you will require to get champions, get artifacts and accessories, or summon soulstones. Now, I'll be honest, the points that you are getting from here are not bad. This time around, they made the event in such a way that is more similar with a champion chase tournament rather than a summon run. So you're not getting points for shards, you're getting points for champions. A mythical can give you 20,000 points. We do have 2x on primals coming this weekend. I know a lot of you guys will open shards, but I'll be very honest, you should still try to save the majority of the shards for the upcoming events. If you're not a massive spender. If you're a spender, you don't care about this, so you're just gonna buy new ones. But if you're part of the other group that doesn't buy shards all the time, you should definitely save them. Even if you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 primals, I think it's much better to save them. It's true the 2x on primals is not extremely, it's not happening extremely often, but it's still happening. So you have plenty of time to kind of like prepare for the other 2x. If you are farming gear, regardless if it's the new dungeon or any of the old dungeons, you're really not getting a lot of points out of it. It's just kind of like the standard 64 points for a 6-star mythical gear. You need a lot of points, so you need to get a lot of mythical pieces. The thing is, the best way to approach this event, do whatever you're doing for the next 4 or 5 days, you know? Just get points from playing the game. Maybe you're going to decide to open a couple of small soulstones, 100 points each. Maybe you're going to farm some gear and you're going to get enough points to collect a couple of rewards. That's what I would suggest you to do. At least that's what I'm going to do. Now, with the soulstones, do not open your soulstones. I'm 95% sure that the deck of fate that will give us Freya as a guaranteed will require us to open soulstones. And this is just a massive bait, so don't fall for it. Soulstones are extremely expensive, very hard to get by just playing the game as free-to-play or a low spender. So definitely save them. Even if next week they will start a 2x on soulstones, do not fall for that either. As mentioned, 95% sure that the deck of fate that will give us Freya as a guaranteed will require us to open soulstones. And if you're saving your medium ones, and if you have 1 or 2 big ones, you're going to be able to cash in quite a few points by doing so. Then, leaving all that on the side, guys, we're going to get to the events and everything else in just a second. As you may notice, these are the rewards. Initially, I really thought that we will receive pinpoint gear and accessories. Well, clearly that is not the case. You're not even getting mythical gear, you're getting legendary gear. So if you want to get a full set of savage or reflex or speed gear, that being 6 pieces from each set, right? It will cost you 24,000 points. So that's the equivalent of a mythical champion and an epic and a few rares, okay? It's pretty expensive. You know, you can just go and farm some of the Fire Knight, Ice Golem, or Dragon, and when we have a 3x event, you're quickly gonna get a full set like this at a much lower cost. So the pet event itself, it doesn't look bad in at least in the ways on how we can actually make our way to the rewards. You know, if you want to get a legendary book or if you want to get a mythical book or something like that, because we have 1 free key to start with. We have a lot of different pets that we can take. For example, if you want to go all the way to the bottom, right, you can start from here, go there. You can get the speed glyph, you can get the dust, get the chaos ore, get one of these pieces, whatever you want. You have the key to open it, so you can do that. And then, of course, actually, you don't even need to open it. You have to buy the key. So basically, you can purchase another key, and then you can go to the artifact and bang, get a mythical skill tome if you want to. Now, that will cost you quite a bit. It's definitely not cheap, you know. So you have 5,000, you have 11,000, so that's 16,000, 22,000, 28,000. And then you have 30,500. So it's gonna cost you 50,500 for one mythical skill tome. They are very expensive. So if you want to complete all this event, you're getting close to 200k points or so. It's just not worth it in my opinion. I just kind of like wanted to make you aware of it, and you should not jump on it quickly. I know if you want to open primal shards, I cannot stop you. I don't want to stop you. You can do whatever you want. It's your own account, but that will give you probably some points, but I wouldn't go to open my soulstones and stuff right now, because it's honestly just not a good time. It's just not worth it in my opinion. So I have 3 of the medium ones. I am opening the small ones because I really want to get a soul for Theox, and it's just not happening. He doesn't even drop in the shop for me. I would like a soul for Inchensa, so I'm just trying with the small ones. They don't really give you any points in events. 100 points per stone, you need to have hundreds to kind of like make the most out of it. So that's why I'm not really stressed about the small ones, but I'm saving all of my coins for medium ones and the big ones, for the deck of fate that will come. I'm pretty positive that it will require us to open soulstones, and the reason why this Asgardian path is requiring us to open soulstones is just to basically deplete our accounts. So that's kind of like what I'm saying. Now, I've heard some rumors, guys, okay? I've heard some rumors. I'm not sure how accurate they are. I will definitely let you know later on. If we're not finding any information about Thor, the upcoming fusion today, that means that the rumors most likely are true, that the fusion will start, I think, on the 3rd of September. So if we have no news today related to the fusion, or tomorrow, then most probably that's when the fusion will actually start. So right here, they actually confirmed all of the events. Probably you guys saw it by now, either in game, either on YouTube. Freya will be guaranteed, and it will be pretty hard to get Odin Faefather. Now, we do have a 10x summoning boost event, and usually we have champion chase tournaments with that. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like the last champion that was on a champion chase tournament was during a 2x on Voids. So we might have him as the top reward in a champ chase tournament during 2x on Voids, which is really, really optimal. The worst case scenario is to have it during 2x on Sacreds. Now, if you want to compete on Sacreds, it's just so freaking expensive, guys. It's just mind-blowing, so it's just not worth it. Even with Voids, it's very costly, to try and win a bracket. It really depends how hardcore is your bracket. You really need to get lucky with that. But overall, Sacreds would be the worst case scenario. So hopefully, it won't be during a 2x on Sacreds event or something like that, But we're going to have to basically wait and see. We don't really have any specific dates related to those events. All I'm telling you guys, and I know I've been stressing it a lot this past week, save your shards and the rest of the things for the events, because I'm always seeing free-to-play players or low spenders complaining in the comments, I cannot get this champion, and that's mainly because you're not saving your resources. It's not that the game doesn't give you enough resources to save them for an event like this. You don't need to engage with every single event, right? I know as free-to-play it's extremely hard to go from fusion to fusion to fusion every single month and still be able to do them all, especially if the clan boss is being a nasty one and it just doesn't want to give you any sacred shards or stuff like that. But the main idea is how you are managing your resources. And a lot of you guys that are free-to-play out there, you will be able to confirm that. I know it as well from doing free-to-play series and stuff like that. If you manage your resources, if you're patient, if you're saving them and you're not going like a junkie on your shards, you're going to be fine. You're going to be able to complete the events. Now, for the Deck of Fate and a fusion at the same time, it will be very hard. So most likely, people will have to decide to go either for one, either for the other. And right now, I'm in a very similar situation. I just don't have enough shards to do the fusion. I don't have enough shards to do the Deck of Fate event as well. If it will require us to open shards, which most likely it will be the case as well, you need the equivalent of around 20 sacred shards to get a Deck of Fate done. Then, for a summon rush, you roughly need around 10 more. We don't know if this Thor fusion is going to be fragment fusion, is going to be a classic fusion, is going to be like a hybrid. That really matters quite a bit as well, because If it's a fragment fusion, um, usually you need around 7 sacreds to complete a summon rush, but you still need to pull out of your pocket 20 more to get the Deck of Fate event done. And I just hope that the Deck of Fate event is not going to happen in the next 2 weeks. If that's the case, it's very likely for a lot of us to be able to get both of them done. But once we are familiar with Thor's skills, we're going to be able to kind of like make a comparison and be like, okay, Freya, we know what she does. She's a pretty awesome defense-based support champion. Thor will be a damage dealer. We don't know exactly how nasty he will be, right? So it will really depend what we need on our accounts and stuff, but we should be able to really make a decision if we're going for the fusion or we're going for Freya and we're saving the resources like that. And that is basically what you need to do as free-to-play low spender with every single fusion. Will this fusion really impact my account? Will this fusion help me to improve anywhere? Like, is this champion really worth my resources? Or I continue to save for the next one. Now, I know the game can be pretty dull if you're not opening shards, if you're not really engaging in any of the events, and you're kind of like trying to develop your account. You're looking for new champions to help you progress through different areas of the game. So I know that feeling too, but patience is a virtue, guys, right? You know that saying. But I just wanted to stress this again, make you aware, skip this freaking Asgardian path because it's just not worth it, okay? Now, if you're a Kraken, go and do it because you're going to open primals anyway, and probably you're going to do it without even stressing about it. But that was all for the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you find the rewards from the Asgardian path appealing? Are you tempted at all to engage with it or not? But that was all for this video. Much love. Appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.